Okay, and everything's functional. I will have to apologize to viewers for last stream, as unfortunately, my mic decided it did not want to play ball. And the entire session, myself, the DM, and Marcel, the player, were not audible for the entirety of it. So,
oh no!
As a quick synopsis of what occurred, there was a very sweet scene between Florian and Sabrina. Sabrina has now joined the party and will be traveling with the others. The party did some research on the thing hunting them down, the Apocrypha, and decided to throw hands with it. And that's about as much as I can recall off the top of my head. So we come back to partway through the fight, where the Apocrypha had ended its turn after casting level 5 Death, instantly killing Marcel and Mocha. When we come back, to Hugmug's turn.
Hello. Do people need Mog again? Have you all used it?
As of this point in time, Florian, Mason, Sabrina, and Xavier are the only ones remaining that have Mog. To my notes. I could be incorrect.
Oh, okay, so they're fine. Okay, then I won't give them another Mog. Who is... So I can give someone fast healing. Yeah, I might give someone fast healing too. Which is definitely not what it's called, and now I can't find it.
Are you looking for Regen 2 by any chance?
Yeah, there we go, that's what it's called. Regen 2. Who would like Regen 2? Florian's wife?
The name.
Susan?
Sabrina.
Wait, what's her name?
Sabrina,
there we go.
Right, I forget you can't see each other's names on the tokens.
I cannot, so I'm just guessing. This is your wife, right?
That is Sabrina, yes. The Goth Mama. You know what, if I do this, can you see... You can't see each other's health bars. You should be able to see the nameplates underneath, right?
Wait, we can see everyone's health bar, except the guy
Like,
who we're fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, Mocha's there.
There we go. I will put player permissions on so you can see the
Scoria's
names
there.
underneath for each other. Purely to make your lives a little easier. Give me just a
Mason,
moment.
wah!
So you're applying Regen 2, was it? To Sabrina.
Yeah, Regen 2 for Sabrina.
Okay, can you please tell me how long the duration of that is? Or can you please tell me how long that duration is for? Jeez. My ability to speak today is non-existent.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it in the combat bit.
No worries. I know you guys are still getting used to that.
Regen 2. Boop. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Lovely.
Yes. So you have fast healing 4 for 10 minutes. And I'm scared of standing next to everyone, so I'm going to move away. Look at my abilities. Can I Emerald Ward myself?
Yes, that will be... You'll have to use that as part of casting Regen 2, because the ability itself is attached to what the last enchantment spell you casted.
So what does that mean?
Okay,
for me?
so...
Sorry, I'm just confused.
No, that's perfectly fine. This is a new class that you're learning to use. So what Emerald Ward does is once you've cast that spell, you can Emerald Ward as a bonus action afterwards. So your Regen 2 is a 3rd level spell, so that will affect the strength of Emerald Ward, Because if you read it, it says that it grants you a bonus to spell saves and AC equal to the spell's level -1. So it'll
Yeah.
give you +2 to spell saves and AC
Yeah.
instead of the +1 that you usually get from using it alongside Mog.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then, when activating it, the Green Mage can dispel a negative effect on themselves or an ally within 30 feet of them. So I don't have an effect on me now. But does anyone else?
Sorry, I blipped for a second there.
It also says that I can dispel a negative effect on themselves or an ally. So I don't think I have a negative effect on me now. But does anyone else?
Aside from leaving the mortal coil, I don't think so.
Is Sabrina still confused?
Actually, that's a good question. I should check that. No, she is not.
Okay, cool.
Is anyone else still confused?
I don't think so. I think Sabrina was
What's
the only
it?
one hit by that.
Scoria was dimmed or something?
Yes, that ended at the end of the round. So
Cool.
she is cured of that currently.
Excellent.
Okay, well, regardless, that's fine. I'm going to Emerald Ward myself, so I get a +2 to spell saves and AC.
Okay. Do you want to pop that in your buff and debuff tracker? Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okie dokie. The next person to act then is Florian. What are you doing?
Alright, so I've realised that Raise is a touch spell, and I cannot reach Marcel in one round, so I'm going to raise. I'm gonna how far? 30 feet to get over here.
Oh shit, yeah, right, you
And
don't
then-
have haste. I forget.
I don't have haste. I could
No.
haste myself, but then I would not have an action. So
True.
raise on Mocha.
Okay,
Rise.
so if memory serves correctly, that gives a -2 to con until a long rest, doesn't it? Double check. This is where I have to scratch up on resurrection spells. It's been a while.
Rival. The target takes -2 on the con for however many rounds they were dead.
Okay,
So
so that'll be
one?
one round. Yeah, she'll have -2 to con for 1 round.
And I'll reduce to 50% NP. I don't think she
She
has.
has no MP, so that's fine. And they're brought back to hit points equal to the hit dice, I think it was?
Yep, so like
God,
10.
it's been so long since I've looked at Raise. I'm too used to full life and a rise. Okay, there we go. Mocha is off the floor with 10 hit points.
And then that's 4. And then I will use my what was it called? Light speed?
Yep.
How many of those do I have left? Enough. I'll use. Okay. I'm gonna do a healing spell. Let me just check if I can get a
Yep.
AoE one.
Take your
Ow.
time. There is no rush here.
Target's in 30-foot radius. Okay, 30-foot radius. Let's see if I can get that. Do I choose the radius for Kuraga?
Yep. You choose the center point, and the radius goes wah. Think of it in the
Okay,
same
yes.
way as the attacking spells that you were using for your characters, such as Marianne, and I've already forgotten who the second character you were playing was. Oh my god, I sent out. I think of other spellcasters you played. But similar. The brain cells. Similar sort of situation. You pick the center point, AoE goes wiggle wiggle, and then you smile. Just try not to get the Apocrypha in that, because you will heal it too. But that is perfect.
How about that?
That is perfect.
That's Xavier, Sabrina, me. I don't really need it.
That's everybody.
Mocha and Scoria.
Everybody
Um,
excluding Marcel, Mason, and Hugmug.
And Kuraga. I'll put that in my little combat thing so I can.
Yeah.
Kuraga.
That will be your best friend for playing spellcasters. Looks at spellcasters. Trust me, it will be your best friend. It will answer 90% of the
Oh,
questions.
big number. 10d8 plus 8 and then plus 8 from magic gear. Okay. $10d8 plus 16. 62 health to everyone in that circle. Oh, wait. It's light speed. It's half of that.
So
31.
So good. Still a significant chunk of hit points back.
Fine.
I can try and not put a hashtag in there. There we go.
Raises the 4th level spell.
Yes.
4th level, so
So I think
9.
it's 9 total, isn't it?
Yep.
Sweet.
Look at us doing maths.
Hell yeah.
And then my health is back to full.
And I presume that's the end of your turn.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, Marcel, unfortunately you are deceased.
Oh, everybody go oh for Marcel.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I can't unpicture in my head like some phantom voice like sounding out and just like Florian Hugmug just pointing at Marcel's corpse going, "Oh." My brain goes to some dark places.
I was watching Xavier saying it.
Probably.
The
Okay.
pigeons are cooing out a sad tune.
For real. Okay, so who's next? I haven't actually looked at the tracker. Mason. Oh boy. Mason is an angry motherfucker and is going to attack this. Rolling a 31 to hit. Does that hit? Yes, that does. You know what? Just for the sake of my sanity, put this into the thing. That is a 15. Doing how much damage again? I need to refresh myself. Doing 21 slashing damage. And then the second hit is a 19, which misses. Third hit. Oh my god, I have to do maths. Is a 34, which hits. Doing 22 points of slashing damage. It's the end of Mason's turn, meaning it is Scoria.
My jump.
Oh boy. Oh, I still. That's really handy. I put the jump DC down. Okay.
Or I still have all the bucks. What's them all now?
She should still have them all. I think it's Mocha that went down.
I have
Yeah.
them all. Michael was the one that went down. She does the death.
Well, at least there's no
Michael's
chance
not
of
technically.
Scoria accidentally killing Marcel. So fear I no longer have to have.
So that's a 68 on
60.
the acrobatics because I rolled an actual one.
Okay.
So
Do bear in mind that because you nat 1 to the acrobatics check, you will have to roll to hit with disadvantage.
yeah. Do I still get the bonuses or not?
Oh, yeah, you still get the bonuses, don't worry about that. Shit, this is where I actually need to get my calculator out. So normally, I have this to hand. Okay, so it's a plus 10 to hit, 10d8 extra damage.
Okay. 30 to hit.
30 to hit, that hits.
$66.
So that's 56 damage. Mental math.
And then I jump again.
Dear God, no.
69.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do the quick math. It's the same bonus, plus 10 to hit, 10d8 extra damage.
But without the disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Yep, that definitely hits. Fucking hell, yeah, that definitely hits. Okay.
Kill it, kill it, kill it.
Last I checked, it was nowhere close to dying.
I
Last I
gave-
recall,
Go ahead. Sorry.
last I recall, it was between 50 and 75.
Yes, I gave you a very vague description because I wanted to keep this thing's total health a
Maybe if you get a really high damage roll, you might kill it anyway?
No,
Okay.
no, because
74.
74. Okay, so that's 64 points of damage. It's because at the moment, Dragoon doesn't get the ability to multiply its jump damage on crit. It's
Oh.
cap level.
Yeah, that explains that then.
Why is
And
there
then-
the better melee class?
For my final attack, I jumped
Boing. Okay.
73.
73. Let me do the quick math. Okay, so good news. It's a plus 11 to hit, 11d8 extra damage.
36 to hit.
36 hits.
That's 75.
65 points of damage.
And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Meaning the next person to act is Sabrina. Oh, hands together and pray that she does not nat 1 and miss, because otherwise this could be a little bit devastating. Smiley face. As she proceeds to cast Shadowfire Ray. This is where I will just pull a random spell from my list without actually remembering what it's vulnerable to. So it's 1 ray plus 1 puff. Okay, so it's only a singular ray right now. Oh dear. Mason, I'm sorry. As she rolls a 22, natural 1. It soars directly through the air and hits Mason, doing a grand total of 71 points of damage. I shouldn't have spoken. Like, hope it doesn't get in that one.
You did kind of jinx that one.
I did. I have many regrets. She is going to follow that slightly embarrassing display with she had elemental weapon active last time, didn't she? I think. I'm gonna say she didn't because I can't remember whether I put it up or not. I didn't make any notes. Bit of a whoops moment. Health. Okay. Anyway, she's going to follow that up by doing what? I can't brain cell right now. That could be smart. Watch out, guys. Lucas is using more than 2% of his brain capacity for once. As she is going to move up to it and proceeds to cast Siphon. Please, for the love of God, do not roll the second nat 1. I will be a little bit upset. Rolling a 27 to hit, which hits. How much does it do? Doing 19 points of non-elemental damage to its MP, which she restores. So back to that. That is the end of Sabrina's turn. Bring it round to Xavier. Oh boy. Okay. This is where I have to remember what the oh crap scenario was. How much movement speed does he have? Can he get over there? Is it a touch range? That's important to make note of. Oh god, it's not. Okay. So he is going to move up to here. However, he moves through the Apocrypha's space, provoking an opportunity attack from it. It rolls to hit him with its longsword. Is that going to hit? Oh, there's no way that doesn't hit. Rolling a 41 to hit. Yes, that definitely hits. He has non-existent AC right now. Actually, that's a lie. He has 23 AC. So that's 14 slashing damage. Come on, brain cells. He's going to use Greater Shadow Summoning. Casting Angel Feathers. Marcel, you are resurrected with 1 hit point. You have -2 to your con for the next round. He is then going to cast it again. He's then going using Greater Shower. If I can English, that would really help. Casting Greater Shadow Summoning a second time with a second action to cast Alluring Embrace, summoning Lakshmi. Does that have been maxed out? Yes, it does. I presume that you are not going to attempt to disbelieve this effect, Marcel?
No.
Cool. So you'll get the full effect of it. And you, Xavier, and Mason are healed for 45 hit points.
Sweet.
I did position right, didn't I? Yes, I did. Cool. Oh dear. Can't use that because it's going to hit one of you guys. Balls. Oh, that's helpful. How far is that? Balls. I'm going to use his last action to cast Phobia,
Phobia of rats.
targeting the Apocrypha. What is his DC for that? Okay. It rolls a nat 1, failing. As Xavier proceeds to give the Apocrypha a crippling fear of cats. That's the end of Xavier's turn. So we go back to the top of the turn order, where I will give you guys a second to quake in fear, because I need to go and close that line, because there's light directly in my eyes.
Okay, who's at the top of the turn order?
The Apocrypha.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I was going to be able to do anything before I died again. Answer is no.
As the DM proceeds to pour himself back into his chair, and nearly miss the seat entirely. As the Apocrypha, now crippled with fear, expends its final use of level 5 death.
And I'm gonna do the thing that will help people not do the death.
You will have to choose a singular target.
Wait.
As if memory serves correctly, delay death is single target. I will have to freshen up on that.
Delay death is single. Yeah, right.
So who are you choosing? Because if memory serves correctly, you, Mocha, and Marcel... Oh, you, Mocha, Marcel, and Scoria do not have Mog. If you're looking for ideal targets. Because you're going to have to make a save.
Oh, I see. But do we
Marcel
know
can
what direction this spell is being cast?
Yes, in a 30-foot radius around it. So that gets Marcel, you, Scoria, Mocha, and Florian, as Mason, Sabrina, and Xavier's levels are not multiples of 5.
Right. If it's deathly afraid of cats, it's going on the cat.
Okay. So, Florian, you will, if memory serves correctly...
Florian, can you cast Raise?
Oh, yes,
Hmm?
you just resurrected Mocha.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's going on. It's going on the
very much
cat.
the cast raise.
Okay. So, Florian, you will not need to make this save for another 10 minutes. However, Mocha, Hugmug... That's where I actually need to make note of. Mocha, Hugmug, Marcel, and Scoria, please make me a con save. Or die, smiley face.
I choose die.
You could choose that.
Magical
Choose.
con save, yeah?
Yes, magical con save.
Cool.
Well, that's a good start.
Who's dead?
Yours, yes.
No.
The very low roll. I rolled very low for Mocha.
Well, I enjoyed the 5 seconds that I wasn't dead.
I rolled a 6.
I could have
Total?
rolled lower, but I could have rolled a lot higher.
Valid.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of raise.
Oh, don't worry. You'll have a surprise in about 10 minutes' time when delay death stops.
Well, I'm sure I'll have everyone awake before then.
Yeah.
Hopefully. 10 minutes. I hope so.
I'm just gonna put "not now" smiley face in my notes next to Florian, the active effects on Florian. Hugmug, what did you roll?
35.
Marcel.
18. I can't say it's awful.
And Scoria.
22.
Okay. So, Scoria, Marcel, and Mocha set to 0 hit points and put a cute little skull on your heads.
Sorry, who's dead now?
Oh, I forgot to remove the thing from Marcel. So, Mocha, Marcel, and Scoria are deceased. As if,
Yay! Wait, no, that's
yeah, that's bad.
bad.
Then
How many more deaths does he have?
oh, you'll notice mentioned is expending his final use of it.
Thank fuck.
Ba, 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 ba. And stricken by its fear, it proceeds to use its last 2 actions to dash twice and take flight. Florian, Sabrina, and Mason will get opportunity attacks if they wish to take them.
Fuck yeah, fuck this thing.
Okay?
Claw. Yes, I have. Can I use natural weapons as my...
Yep. You can use any weapon you so choose.
Yippee, where is the natural weapon? Claw.
Well, Mason misses. Sabrina nat ones and misses.
Sabrina, why is she built so wrong? Okay.
The problem is her stats are perfect. It's just the roll, like her stats are perfectly serviceable. It's
This is like the
freaking
third
rolls.
nat one, and it's been
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah, my dice are not my friend today.
I rolled a 26 total.
A 26, that hits.
Yay. Just a single D6. Ah! 5 slashing damage.
You do no slashing damage.
Well, I did it in, like, ideas, in concepts.
You do, however, manage to and get your hand coated in the blood that is dripping out of its wounds, as you watch it take flight and vanish into a portal. The creature has fled.
Oh, well, at least we got rid of it. Does combat end?
Yes, it does. I presume the first
Okay.
thing you'll be doing is resurrecting your companions before they expire.
Yes.
No, I'm running away. No, I'm raising everyone from the dead.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3 raises and then a big Curaga.
Don't worry, you'll only have to do 2 raises as Xavier proceeds to use his shadow summoning to get Marcel off the floor.
Okay, I'll raise Scoria and Mocha and then big Curaga. 10d8 plus 16.
Xavier is going to stop, drop, and roll after he resurrects Marcel, so he is not on fire anymore, because I just realized he's burning.
Oh, he's on fire!
I forgot he was on fire!
I could have put him out of her.
Oh, that's so many. That's shit. Okay, 49 health
Ooh.
to everyone.
Okay. I will
Everyone?
add that
Okay.
to,
That's
Good,
3
so-
ones in there.
yeah, that's it's not feeling very bonita. That's 49. I have to do that for Mocha. So, if I'm right, Mocha and Scoria should be at 59 hit points, question mark? Because Raise brings them back with health equal to their hit dice, right? I'm not being thick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
health
so
equal to their hit dice. So, like 10.
me remembering spells. I'm trying not to burp into the mic. Okay. So the Apocrypha has fled, leaving you a little bit resource starved and
Just a little.
heavily wounded. Can our mages please make Arcana checks?
Okay.
So that will be Florian, Hugmug, and then I will roll a check for Xavier and Sabrina in just a second.
Roll 20 for a Arcana. 28. Whoa.
28. Okay.
16.
Marcel?
23.
23. Xavier. It's a 5. It's a 2 on the dice. Congratulations. And Sabrina is going to expend her use of Lawmaster to take a 20. So that is a 19 total, but it does not get, 39 total. Jesus. My ability to brain cell today. It's not supernatural. Okay. Xavier doesn't succeed, but the rest of you do. As you are collecting yourself from the rather intense battle that you just experienced, our lovely spellcasters notice that there is a spell charging in the air above you. If you like, you can attempt a second Arcana check with disadvantage to try and figure out what the spell is.
Can't hurt, can it? Can it?
Death from
Okay,
above. Better than last time.
I am not going to roll
How many
for...
do-overs do I have? 5. I'll roll with disadvantage first, and if it doesn't,
Scoria, would you also be able to roll me an Arcana check?
do-over. Much better.
Advantage or not?
No. Just the regular roll. There is a reason for this, don't worry.
No, I don't think I'm going to make that one, Shave.
Yeah, you never know.
It's not the lowest I could roll, but I'm
True.
one above it.
I got a 20 total.
20 total. Sabrina... Wow, the one time that Sabrina's rolled above a 10. Smiley face. That is a 37. 37, 20 from Florian. Marcel and Hugmug, did either of you two attempt the
I did.
check? You did?
Yeah, it was just it was an Arcana check again, right?
Yeah, it was an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I got a 25.
25. Okay, and what's up?
25.
Oh, damn. Okay. So, as you're trying to figure out what spell it is, Scoria, you succeed.
A miracle.
As you recognize an intense level of magical energy gathering above you that is of your home element. Whatever spell is being conjured above you has an intensive amount of earth energy in it. It's not purely earth energy, but you recognize it. For those of you that rolled the Arcana check, as our spellcasters, you recognize this as a powerful ancient spell. Meteor Storm.
Fucking bucket.
This is the worst.
Grab Mocha, start flying.
I presume that everyone else will be booking it as well. Yeah. I feel like Scoria grabbing somebody and just fucking going for it. It's enough encouragement.
Is there any cover?
Looking at all
There is
fours,
not.
cat mode.
It is
Wow.
open tundra. So as you are sprinting for your lives, you watch as a very powerful looking glyph or magic circle with ancient magical characters that you do not recognize flicker in the air for a moment before many drop from the sky. Before you watch as 7 meteors drop, all concentrated on that exact area that you were fighting this Apocrypha in just moments before. And you immediately recognize the magical signature of it as Lord Malatus's. This demon man very clearly wants you dead. But you make it back to the village.
What a bitch.
You make it back to the village in one piece. And inevitably, once Florian is struck by the effects of the instant death spell, he is immediately resurrected by Xavier.
Well, I can make the save.
Can you?
Let's see. Let's find
Okay.
out.
Roll. Is a magical con save.
Never mind.
You still
Florian
have
dies.
Mog, by the way.
Oh, what does that do again?
It doubles the modifier to the roll.
I'm not sure what's going to do much. I don't have a very good modifier.
Did you roll really low?
Why do I have a bonus to magical? Where did
That
that
would be
come from?
I believe, the shell effect that was popped on you.
That
it'll be
should
shell
be
too.
gone
That should
by
be.
now.
Yeah.
10 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll ignore that.
Give me a moment, I will clear your buff and debuff lists.
16.
16. Yeah, you perish. The one big benefit of that encounter, even if it's not immediately obvious, is that you now have a very strong understanding of what sort of thing you will be up against in the future. From what I understand as the DM, and I presume was the case for your party, that you will have the intent to eventually do battle against one or more Apocrypha in your efforts to rescue your matron.
Yeah.
And you've just received a very good taster of what you could be up against. Whether that be a positive thing or a negative thing is up for debate. But you definitely know what you're now potentially dealing with. However, it does appear that you are making enough strides and impacts that Lord Malatos intends to directly oppose you. So at the very least, you've definitely gotten under the man's skin.
I mean, he fears us, or at least what we could become.
The other good news is that you are no longer being pursued by the Apocrypha, as it is too heavily wounded to be able to return back to this plane for another few days, at least. So you are now free to be able to traverse from where you are currently. I can actually find my map again. Nailed it. You are more than capable now of traversing from Veritas to Eldaris without anything getting in the way. You have the supplies, the weather is clearing up quite nicely. Maybe because of the Apocrypha, maybe not, you're not sure. But everything seems to be going fine. Well, it's not entirely fine. You're a bit injured. But upon returning to the inn, the innkeeper sees the rather ragged state that you are in and immediately proceeds to take some healing items out of a little container they have behind the front desk and tend to your injuries. Completely free of charge.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's been an eventful day.
Mhm. Should we head out now, or?
You would
Are
say
we fully
it's-
healed?
Yes, you're fully healed. You'd say it's about late evening. But fortunately, part of some of the text in the book that you were reading earlier on, I guess, the Apocrypha Biology. I forget which one of you was reading that.
Me!
Was you.
Yes.
Okay. You are aware that most demonic creatures, or anything of a fiendish nature, generally speaking, requires at least half a week between interplanar travel, lest it run the risk of potentially losing its sanity or any of the possessions it carries. Yes. The process for a devil or demon to change between planes without using the underworld as a intermediary point is extremely damaging to their psychological state. Like the equivalent of essentially having a month's worth of depression condensed into about 2 minutes. Not a good time.
Lol. Don't care if demon tried to kill me, it's sad. You got the big sad. Right.
I will kick you out this building. Platonically. Okay. So yes, if you choose to travel now, you will be traveling through the night. However, it would mean that you get as far away from here as possible before Lord Malatos or his Apocrypha is capable of getting any sort of scrying spell out on this city.
Yeah, we need to leave before they find us again.
You do have the opportunity, if you wish, to convene, take a long rest, or I don't know. The idea, Mason suggests the idea of potentially using Florian's commune spell to try and see if Etra has any insights. And Xavier says that Xavier takes a moment to leave your group at the inn, as he is going to go and get a pantheonic Bible. It's essentially a short form novel of all of the different gods and what they are known for. And he's going to try and find one in Florian size. So he's not carrying around a heavy book. Leaving the 5 of you, plus Mason, to figure out, plus Mason and Sabrina, God, I've got to get used to that now, to figure out what your plan is. Do you head out during the night, or do you spend the night here and travel tomorrow? I will leave it.
How are we
leave you to decide.
feeling?
Because we're
Either
fully
way,
healed and have full MP, right?
Yes, you do.
Would we
So we
take
could
on
go
level of
tonight.
exhaustion if we were to try and travel now, since we've just done a big fucking fight?
You would be at risk of that.
Mm.
So you would have to make a singular check unless you took a short rest midway through your travels. That would
That's a
avoid.
good idea.
Yeah, it would avoid you having to risk the tiredness levels. However, you wouldn't get as far. you'd get about 4 hours travel in before you had to take about 4 hours to rest.
I'd rather stay here for the night and then get back to it tomorrow morning.
I'm with Florian.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I mean, I guess. Just... we should probably make sure we're being careful about, you know... keep an eye out on the, on anything suspicious. I know. Scoria, me and you can keep an eye on the window.
Sure.
You come to the realization quite quickly that this is not going to do anything productive. But he's trying to help. It's just Mason in a nutshell. He's trying. So, about an hour or two later, Xavier comes back with the Pantheonic Bible. And you notice, Florian, as he hands it to you, that there are some rather crudely placed gold stars. Like somebody's basically just gone out to an arts and crafts store and slapped some golden stars on the cover. It's customized. Kind of. Possibly, maybe. But inside, you have a full repertoire of every single deity and their domains within the Pantheon. What this... to translate from DM speak into English/player...
into human speak.
is that any time from this point onwards that you wish to try and figure out any deities that you would like to commune with, and you ask for a particular trait, say for example you are looking for a deity to do with luck, or that is of a certain elemental affinity, or anything of that regard, I as the DM will immediately give you the first 2 or 3 gods that are connected to that thing. Essentially reducing down the amount of research you will have to do to figure out what god to commune with.
Fab.
I will put
Thanks,
that...
Xavier.
It is fine. It is better than It is better than... It is better than trying to find this information later and not being able to find it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 2 seconds. There we go. I have added the Pantheonic Bible to your equipment page, so it is there for future reference. That way I cannot forget it. And so...
Was that just my headphones that made you cut out and sound weird, or did you just cut out and sound weird?
My mic does this occasionally, where it decides that it is not going to play ball. I should sound fine now.
Yeah, you do sound fine now. You just went through a moment where I was like,
yeah,
and
I
was
may have donked the mic by accident. It does that occasionally when it peaks.
You're good now. You're good now.
Okay, please let me know if it does go on the fritz like that, because I'm still getting used to how hypersensitive the mic is itself. Okay, so you take a long rest. Please make sure that all of your ability uses are refilled, and that your hit dice and whatever is refilled as we go on to the 7th of January, 68 AR. Still feels weird saying that out loud.
What was it? Write it down.
Tis
Still
the
something of January.
7th of January.
Thank you.
It's the stereotypical
68.
lucky number. Yeah. Feels weird. Okay. There we go. That's you topped up. And so the first person awake that morning is Scoria. Can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yeah. $18.
18. Cool. So you find yourself a little bit dazed from having perished the day before which is a somewhat odd but weirdly comforting experience, as your deity is known for being the Lady of Darkness, thus her nickname of the Night Mother. And something about that almost irks you a little bit, as during those few moments where you were unconscious and you will basically have, I want to describe it as like seeing yourself in the third person. At no point during that did you feel the Night Mother's warmth around you. But you hear a very familiar chant of sorts. Like a very simple prayer wishing for the Night Mother's good luck. And for her to watch over you during travels, what I'll call the atypical thing. And you find the source of this voice is Sabrina, as she appears to be praying towards the wall. Can you make an insight check for me?
22.
22. You realize that she is facing away from the rising sun. So, if I were to paint an image for you, the big old window that you've got for this room faces out towards where the sun is rising, and Sabrina is facing towards the wall, which is where, technically speaking, the moon would be going down. And this confuses you, as you've never seen this done before. Are you going to do anything?
Not right now.
Okay. So, about 20-30 minutes pass, and everyone else wakes up, you get yourselves ready, and are preparing to move along to Eldaris. Okay. Are you doing anything before you leave Veritas? Or am I correct in saying that you're intending to just beeline straight for it?
Let's go. Yeah, just run for it. No, not run.
And you can choose to travel at a faster pace. That is an option you do have, if you wish.
We'll travel at normal pace, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright then. So, you gather up your things. On your way out, the innkeeper thanks you for staying at their establishment. And you leave the city, heading out into the snow-laden tundra, ready to go off to Eldaris. and it's quite peaceful.
I can. Oh,
No, go
sorry.
for
I
it.
wanted to ask. Are the conditions feeling extreme?
Surprisingly enough, no. It seems
Okay.
as though you've caught a stroke of good fortune. In the roads have been recently salted, and so the earthen packed dirt paths that lead out of the city are almost completely snow free, besides the small amount that's settled over the night. And your path there is relatively undisturbed. You encounter the occasional wandering traveller here and there. You end up bumping into brain cells, please. We'll say about halfway along your pathway to Eldaris. Do you notice that these roads are enchanted a little bit to increase your walking speed for those of you that are on foot, which is all of you. I should really find a better way of phrasing that. Anyway, along the road, you meet a Banga. And she approaches your group.
What time of day is it?
Would say it's like hour 4, about halfway through your 8-hour trek, and it is about midday by this point. If my mouse would actually scroll down with me, that'd be great. And this Banga, she has no hair, but she has some very, very sharp yellow eyes and greyish black scales, with a very large sack slung over her back. She appears to be decked out in a variety of different chains and jewels and small bits and pieces of armor. Strapped to her belt is this like burgundy-colored scimitar, and what appears to be a sickle and chain attached to the other side of her waistband as she approaches your team.
Well, hello there.
Good evening, ma'am. Good day. I know what time of day it is.
So, what brings you along this path of the road?
We are adventurers on our way to Eldaris.
Ah, perhaps I could interest you in some rare herbs.
Insight.
Okay, roll insight.
Lady looks shifty. That's 13.
She looks high.
Hi.
She is very clearly high. But you're not sure whether that's on something that she shouldn't be on, or whether that's just her general state of being. But she seems very
These are prescription substances.
I mean, they do exist in this world, yes, but you're not quite sure whether that is just her being off her rock, or if she's just naturally this way. If she's just typically very odd by nature.
What brings you here?
Well, after my employers decided that I was, being a little bit, problematic, as they call it. I'm an herbalist by heart.
Okay.
I spend my days wandering the world, gathering all the interesting plants and herbs that I can find. Mayhaps I could interest you in some of my stock.
I'll have a look.
Maybe. Yeah.
No harm in looking.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And off she drops this the sack behind her, opens it, and pulls out several small wooden containers that have various different herbs packed into them. They've all been dried, very clearly for long-term preservation. And amongst them there are things that Florian, you'll recognize, different different herbs that you've been told to avoid because they're, for lack of better description as the DM here, are basically catnip equivalents. Hugmug, you recognize a couple of herbs that Matron used to use for seasoning. Marcel, you recognize this bundle of dark green herbs that you found a couple of times in Matron's side cabinet. Her, as you remember being told, her personal medicinal herbs for any personal injuries that she ends up getting from like accidentally slicing a finger while preparing vegetables, stuff like that. And Scoria, you recognize some different types of herbs that are used during prayer to amplify the, for lack of better phrasing, amplify the odds that the prayer is heard and answered. And there are various other types of herbs that none of you have any sort of clue what the hell they are. They are just beyond your reckoning. Yeah. I can't speak today.
Let's see, herbs might be useful. What are her prices?
Yes.
Where?
Squire is not interested.
She is or she isn't, sorry.
Not.
Okay. So, she seems to have various prices depending on how rare the herb is, how difficult it is to acquire. But you very quickly come to the understanding that she doesn't use them as seasonings, as she offers you igniters to go with them, as she begins to describe using them for things like herbal essences, or, as she mentions a particular type of herb that you were looking at, she likes to smoke.
Oh,
And why do you do that?
Well, for personal elation. I say, what age are you anyway?
Looking at Marcel's age.
Come on, man.
Or my age.
Yeah, you should.
I am 20 years of age.
Ah, I see. Well,
And she puts all of her stuff
Oh,
back
lots
into
of
her
them
bag.
there.
She puts all of her stuff back into her bag.
unfortunately, I tend to sell to those of middle age or above.
This is perfectly fine.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And she leaves. Leaving you a little bit confused as to what just happened. As you watch this blackish grey scaled Banga woman just totter off down the road like nothing happened. And so, you take this confusion and just channel it into walking. Because I can't think of anything else that confusion could be used for. And after a few more hours, you reach the point where you've been traveling for 8 hours straight. And you reckon you're about 2 or 3 hours away from the city, as you can see it in the distance. Do you intend to push further, or are you stopping here?
Is it dark yet?
So it's about 4 p.m.
Is there a nice place to make camp?
Yeah, there's a lot of like little divots in the plains for for camping, basically. It seems like these roads are very well traveled. Unlike that of your home island, Varnexian, that's a little bit of a chaotic mess. Though with the consistent tornadoes and weather problems, it makes sense. So, do you make the push to get to the city? Or are you setting up camp here?
Well, if you would like to push for the city, we can do it because I have communal endure elements.
I think we'll set up camp here.
Oh, okay.
I like camping.
Camping is
Oh,
lovely.
okay, if we like camping, okay, oh, okay.
Sure would have been crazy if we'd had to have bought some of that woman's substances.
Maybe.
Okay. So, you set up camp for the night. Is there anything you intend to do?
Read through the Pantheon book, just get myself acquainted with all the names and such in there.
Okay. If you wish, I can give you the list of deity names, or what
Sure.
have you. It will take me a little bit to do, so I'll probably do that post-session. Unless you intend to commune, in which case I'm more than happy to rattle off some. However,
Probably not.
I'll definitely give you the full list post-session. So you take some time to read through, there's various different gods, and you notice there are a couple that are listed as infernal by nature that catch your eye, being Diabolos and Ifrit, both recognized as infernal creatures by nature. And there is one page that you do recognize as Anima. The only reason you recognize this is because Scoria worships this deity. And there's a little sketch in there as well. Hugmug, Marcel, and Scolia. Is there anything that you're doing whilst camping?
I want to talk to Sabrina.
Okay.
Can we tell ghost stories?
Sure. You can tell some ghost
Yippee.
stories to each other once everybody's wrapped up what they're doing. Marcel, are you doing anything in particular? Or are you helping Hugmug figure out some spooky stories? Depends if there's anything in particular you'd like to do.
I think it's spooky stories.
Okay. So, whilst Florian's reading, Hugmug and Marcel are conspiring some spooky stories. Scoria, you approach Sabrina.
Hello, Sabrina.
Ah. Hello, Scoria.
I wanted to ask you something. May come across a little bit creepy.
Oh, that's fine.
I woke up a bit early this morning and noticed that you two were awake. And that you were praying to the Night Mother?
Oh, yes. There are a few gods that I pray to. The Night Mother is one of them. Why, was there, something of, what's the word I'm looking for? Was there something that you wanted to speak about it? Do you have any issues with the Night Mother, or?
No, of course not. I was just wondering, do you always pray to her facing away from the rising sun?
She takes a moment to think.
Well, it's a handy little technique that I learned from another person that I was talking to a while ago. You see, one of the few benefits of having worked with Mayor Marigold is that you get a lot of interesting people come through. And one of them happened to be this very sprightly young woman named Twilight. And oh my goodness, was she a little bit chaotic. But she told me that one of the things her mother used to do was if she had forgotten to pray in the morning when the sun was rising, she would face away from it and pray. And that seemed to work quite well. Because I'm sure if you're... And she takes a moment to kind of almost scan your general demeanor, almost as though she's trying to almost like interpret you as a person through your physical being. If you're one of the Night Mother's worshippers, you're aware that praying during the day is not exactly it doesn't yield very good results.
Yes, I remember that.
So if you pray away from the rising sun, it tends to work a lot better. So you don't always have to wait for the sun to go down and do it at night, in case you're not much of a night owl.
Okay. Thank you.
That's alright. Say, you worship anime, yes?
Yes.
Have you, And she ponders for a moment, as though debating whether or not what she's about to say is the best idea, but goes on with it anyway. Have you ever considered worshipping one of the other deities? It's almost like the name is on her tongue and she's trying to remember it. It was,
Story is just cocking her head.
I should probably ask, what? I presume you worship Anima because she's a beacon of motherhood and supremacy of the darker powers and what have you.
It's more so that I believe that death is not the end.
She nods, as
That
though...
there is
Oh, sorry.
comfort in death.
Fascinating. Say, have you ever prayed to Doom Train before? I know a lot of people scoff at the idea, but you might also get you might get something of, I guess, spiritual connection. Since Doom Train is often referred to as the convoy of the dead. He is the one who collects our souls to ferry them off to our afterlives. Or at least that's how the tales go anyway.
I'll have to think on it.
Oh, no pressure or worries about it. It's more of a... I guess if the whole issue with trying to pray to her, to the Night Mother during the day is getting a bit difficult, say if we're doing a lot of night missions or things like that, it could be a temporary alternative whilst she's out of access. And she smiles at you with a very gentle expression. She seems to find you quite interesting. If you were able to summarize her the way that she's looking at you, she seems to find you quite interesting. It's an expression of curiosity. There we go. Don't know why it took my brain so long to come up with it. Is there anything else that you're going to talk to her about, or would it be appropriate to say that's roughly the end point of the interaction?
That is the end point of the interaction for now.
Okie dokie. So, as you two are concluding your conversation, Marcel ends up coming over looking very, very high energy.
Hey, Scoria,
What's up?
you want to come around the campfire while it's nice and warm? Might be making s'mores. And maybe telling some stories. Maybe spooky stories.
I'll pass for now.
Okay. You're lost. Marcel brushes her off and leaves.
Florian, are you joining Hugmug and Marcel for some spooky stories? Or are you going to get some
Yeah.
rest? Okay.
Yeah.
So, as nighttime descends, you spend time telling each other spooky stories. Would I be correct in assuming that you're taking some time to recuperate, Scoria?
Yeah.
Fair. You're not the only one who does that. As Mocha, Sabrina, and Mason proceed to go to bed as well. However, as you are heading to bed, Scoria, you end up bumping into Xavier, who has a wicked grin on his face. And you recognize that facial expression instantly. This is the same type of expression that Marcel has on his face when he is planning to prank Florian, or Hugmug, or Mocha, or Matron. That man is scheming something, and it amuses you slightly. If for nothing else other than you can see he has what appears to be like a think like a hockey mask in his hand.
Ah.
So you go to bed while the others are up telling ghost stories. And if you want, you can act them out. If not, I'm more than happy to press on. That is up to you guys.
Ooh, it's time for ghost stories.
Yes, let's do the ghost stories.
Welcome to the part of the D&D session where we tell ghost stories to distract from the fact that we might die.
Shut up.
Too meta, Hugmug. Too meta.
Oh, sorry. Instead of praying to Doom Train, we are going to pray to the ghosts of the above. Our Lord and Savior, Lupus doesn't fang.
Sorry,
Really
just
scary.
the really fucking funny thing is that hypothetically it is possible to actually do that in character, because if you commune with Lunarius, there is only one agent currently existing on the material
Holy shit.
plane.
Does he have to respond?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does. That's
Oh my god. I
Commune
have a
for-
one way. I have unbreakable communication.
it's like the equivalent of like that one phone call that you have to pick up and you don't get a choice.
Ring ring.
So, spooky ghost stories.
And then, just when the campers thought they were safe, that is when the Axeman attacked!
The Axeman from the Doom Train.
Yes, the Doom Train Axeman. He killed them all with a railroad spike. Sharp, dull, wait,
And
that put the things.
yes.
Oh, the
and then-
Axeman. Oh.
Oh, I heard
Yes, he kills
Axeman.
them with an axe and then he stabs a railroad spike into their back.
I thought he
It's his
sucked
calling
on
card.
them.
His name is Doom Train Man.
Yes. and
What
with
I'm
his
saying.
axe and not arse, he chops them up into
No,
little
not ass.
pieces.
Axe.
It was not made very clear, and I know that you are gay by nature. I'm not one
Gay
to
by
judge.
nature.
As opposed to gay by what?
Not nature.
Divine
Don't get into that.
Unnatural gay.
Oh, natural.
Sorry, you say that, and the first thing I think of is a fucking David Attenborough style commentary on somebody like following around a gay man the whole day.
And here we see the homosexual in his natural habitat.
Natural habitat.
Anyway, so bruh.
And all the kids were eaten.
So as you're telling these stories,
He was homosexual!
anyway,
And then all the kids were eaten by the homosexual.
so you as you're telling these spooky stories, you notice that there are some strange noises coming from the area around you.
The Earth Man.
And from the bushes
It's me, the Earth Man!
bursts a man holding what appears to be a butt.
No.
You're not sure how, but there appears to be a man holding a butt.
No,
Building
it
it.
can't be real.
I'd like you all to roll me a charisma save, non-magical.
I'm so confused.
Non-magical. This is a purely natural effect.
This
of
is a
seeing
natural
man.
thing. Oh lord.
Like a
What
Japanese
is with this
ghost.
green dice? Natural 20. I'm unaffected.
What was it? A con save?
Charisma save.
Charisma. Oh Jesus. Okay.
You have good charisma.
Oh, I'm good at charisma.
Where Hugmug forgets every week that they are in fact playing a charisma character.
Every week I forget that I'm
apparently so am I.
charismatic.
Because I said 27 total.
Jesus. 27, Hugmug,
23.
Marcel.
6.
So, Marcel, you have fear stricken into you as you end up fleeing into your tent. In fear.
Oh, please don't kill me. Please don't eat me with your anus, Mr. Anus Man.
Okay, that went
He
somewhere.
absorbs his
supposed to have-
victim.
Anyway, moving onwards before this gets weirder. Marcel, you go and cower and hide in your tent. Florian and Hugmug, you both stay there. Only to watch Xavier's illusion dispel and him having the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. Oh, that is priceless.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Well done, Xavier.
I told you them raging homosexuals.
Coming from you,
They
that
know
is not
how to have a
exactly
good
insulting.
time.
And he puts a hand on your shoulder, Hugmug. Don't worry. Someday you too will experience raging brain cells, and maybe you will be able to put two and two together. And then he leaves.
I doubt it.
I can do hallucinations too, you know.
Can you now?
Yes. Auditory ones.
Can you make the sound of the arse man?
We could team up and I could make the sound of the arse man and you could do the visual.
Anyway, I came over to tell you to keep the noise down and go to bed. It is getting late. And unless you want Scoria to come out here and bash you about with the butt end of her polearm,
A true horror
But-
story.
also, Florian, you will find a list of all of the deities in your ideas chat for when you need to refer to it.
Holy shit, there are so many.
Oh yes, there are a few. So,
Cindy and Mindy and Sandy.
yep. So you take a long rest, and we roll round to the 8th of January, 68 AR. And you will awaken to breakfast made by Sabrina. And oh, good lord, is it the tastiest thing you've eaten? This woman knows how to cook.
I can't believe you turned an axe murderer into an anus man.
You're the one that proceeded to go with the bit.
No. I mean, yes, but
And also because
I
heard
engaged with it because
I heard ass, not axe. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we all heard arse.
Well, you've all got bad hearing.
I mean, I have the excuse. ADHD audio processing is just.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Nobody else does.
Anyway. The city of Eldaris. You are just a few hours away from it. From potentially meeting, Florian's parents.
Oh, I forgot that's what we're doing.
Oh, yes. And potentially finding more information on what to do next.
I'm gonna meet lots of cute little catos.
And so you head towards the city once breakfast is consumed. And who am I going to? And Marcel, you notice that Sabrina has cooked a little bit extra for Mocha. It seems like she has quite quickly come to learn that Mocha is a food hoover. And so, fully refreshed.
That makes Marcel smile a little bit.
And so, fully refreshed, you head towards the city. And you arrive in Eldaris. And immediately, you notice that this place has a lot more hustle and bustle to it. It is quite active and quite busy. There are lots of people here. And as you're wandering the streets, trying to figure out where exactly to start, you notice this you notice something that seems vaguely familiar, but you're not quite sure if you recognize it. Of this elven woman dragging a dragonborn by his collar through a street past you. Often, it's off in the distance a bit, but you just see them sliding past, and then you are approached by a Moogle. You're approached by a Moogle. Welcome to Eldaris, Koopa.
Oh, hi. I'm Florian. What's your name?
My name's Mogrin. Mogrin Mugglemog. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too, Margaret. Do you know where we can find a room for the night?
Oh, well, there are many places that you can find an inn, Koopa.
Do you know any good ones? For legendary warriors such as ourselves? No, I'm kidding. We're not legendary warriors.
he ponders. And, are you going to be making any mental notes? Oh my god, brain
No.
cells, please. Any
Sounds
mental...
horrible.
My brain cells are leaking out my ears. Are you going to be making...
note?
Close enough. Are you going to be taking any mental notes of, Mogren's appearance?
Should we be? Is he
Well,
particularly impressively or
I'm
disgustingly
asking.
appearing?
I'm asking purely because if you don't want to take any notes on this person's appearance, then I can just move along. If you want to take some notes on what they look like, then I will describe them to you. Basically, whether or not you would like. Okay.
Describe them.
So as this little Moogle is pondering, you notice that he has little lime green coloured eyes, white fur, and looks pretty traditional for a Moogle. Until you notice the pistol strapped to his waist. He has a gun,
Ah,
Go.
and it makes you chuckle just a little bit, mentally speaking, not literally speaking.
we're going to require somewhere to sleep and definitely somewhere to eat. We have some very hungry party members here.
Well, follow me, Cooper. And so Mogren starts leading the way.
Everyone probably notices that Florian looks increasingly nervous the further we get into Eldaris.
It's gonna be okay, Florian. We will see your family soon.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
sure
worried
they
about.
will. I'm sure they will love you.
Hmm.
I saw my family before. That was a very surreal experience.
Give me an insight
Yeah.
check on him.
On Mogren,
Yes, because
yes.
why would there be someone just greeting us in the city when we're not to be expected?
Yeah. You are more than welcome to indulge those suspicions. Please roll an insight check.
I think that is a. $18.
18.
Mhm.
Okay. There is very clearly some sort of intent in the way that this man is carrying himself.
Where is he leading us?
You appear to be being led through the city towards a very large, spire-like building that is built from a sort of midnight blue slash purplish coloured material that is accented in gold. It almost looks like a galaxy-coloured tower of sorts.
So, Margaret, were you hired as a tour guide? Or do you just greet people at the door?
Oh, no, I'm on a mission, Cooper.
Mission?
Mhm.
May I ask what for?
Well, simple, Cooper. And he points at Florian. That's the mission, Cooper.
Ah, okay. Looks at Florian.
What's the mission?
Well, the mission's you, Cooper.
As in to acquire him? That could mean many things.
He nods the moment that you say to acquire him.
He's not in trouble, is he?
It's not for me to decide, Cooper. And you can't tell whether it's just the fact that... whether it's just he's got very poor delivery or not, but it sounds ever so slightly menacing.
So, Mogren, do you know my parents?
Of course. Of course I do, Kubo. They're the ones that hired me.
Okay.
Well, we got such a grand reception everywhere we went. That would be nice.
Well, don't go expecting that too often, Kubo. Not often people decide out the good of their hearts to help people. Most of them are assholes, Kubo.
It's a shame. More people should do that.
What, be assholes or be disappointing, Kubo?
To help people out with the kindness of their hearts.
And the little Moogle has a shit-eating grin on his face as he looks at you,
Oh,
very
I
clearly
walked
having
into
gotten
that
the
one.
rise he wanted. You've been had. And so you are brought to the entranceway of this mighty spire.
Can I, before we go in, pray to Etro? Like, is this where I'm supposed to be? Should I go in?
Roll a religion check.
Oh. Should I use? Do over, sure, do over. I abuse do over so much.
It's fine, you've got it,
It's the
use it.
same fucking. It's the same fucking number.
Classic.
You can't use it twice because that gets
Nope.
that defeats the purpose of do over. So that's not too bad. 6 plus what, like 4 or something.
God, I get that happen to me so often.
8.
Eight total.
When did I get 8? No.
Oh.
6 plus 8. 14. Okay, not too bad.
You don't get a response. Either your prayer didn't go through, or you're being ignored. It's not clear which.
Elbows.
Been abandoned.
Freaking locked and loaded on that one, goddamn. So, you can choose to open this door
Extra nervous.
and enter, or not. You do have the tools necessary that if you do not trust this Moogle, that you can be turned invisible and attempt to escape if you do not trust this situation.
We give Florian a nudge. Do you trust this guy?
I don't know.
Hushed voices, by the way.
I'm picturing that Mogrin is just kind of...
Claims to know your parents, and I mean that building looks like all of the stars that are kind of plastered all over you.
Hey, Mogren.
Yeah?
Do you know what my parents want me here for?
Well, I think it's obvious, Kubo.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He nods.
Alice Kupo.
Can you tell me?
I mean, I think it's obvious, but they're looking for their missing child, Kubo.
Just that? Okay.
Well, yeah. It's not every day you leave your child in a bed of flowers, Kubo.
Okay, I go in.
And so you open the door and head inside. The rest of the party, are you doing the same?
Fucking better.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, like,
how
I have a feeling that I've just been threatened.
Marcel goes up to the door and does like a big stride as if he's about to walk in, and then doesn't. Just leaves him to it. No, yeah, Marcel will go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Florian enters and suddenly gains this menacing energy. It's just like, please. Scoria, are you heading in as well?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry.
Yay.
That was just a menacing energy for that Florian. Goddamn.
Better.
I approve. The DM
Glorious
approves.
intimidation is coming through.
So, you enter the building. The door closes behind you. Mogrin follows. And sitting at this little table, further down the hallway, it opens up into this like big. I should probably describe what's actually happening first. You go down this hallway and it opens up into this almost like circular courtyard. And sitting at the brain cells, please. Sitting at a ornate obsidian-colored table is an older-looking woman wearing a gown as black as night, with a large pair of golden-colored wings, who gets up from the table and approaches your party. And she looks at Mogrin. Thank you. You may go now. No problem, Kupo. I'll be expecting my payment in the mail, Kupo. And he leaves.
Lucas is now ecstatic. He no longer has to voice him.
You have no idea. Also, I've managed to sneak two characters of prior note that aren't really of note under your noses, and that makes me very happy.
What, you mean
What?
the guy that I can't remember the name of right this right moment?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
no, not
noticed.
No,
We
not them.
noticed.
They're obvious.
Why? Because they're very inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Is the Moogle of note?
Yeah, they're a noble. It's
Totally.
Jeffrey of note.
So the woman approaches a little closer, looks across you all. It's lovely to see you all again. Especially you. And the woman looks at Scoria.
Again?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
I don't believe we've met, ma'am.
You don't recognize me?
History?
No.
I suppose not. You were only a babe the last time I saw you.
Marcel eyes her
Who
with
are you?
suspicion.
Oh, I am from the house Pyroclast. I was the nanny for this young lady. Tell me, where have you been these years? Oh. Oh. Well, it was the last place that we were going to check. You'll have to excuse me. I'm my old age is getting to me a little bit. Come inside. Let's oh, hang on a minute. Well, I never. It's young Master Farsalas.
Oh, who?
And she crouches down and looks directly at Florian.
My name's Florian.
Well, yes, I do know that. Tell me, where have your parents been worried sick about you?
Do you know where they are?
And almost as if rolling on a film clip, around the corner comes a slightly larger, well, compared to you, Florian, anyway, blue-furred catman who drops his whiskey glass upon seeing you, Florian. My gods. I didn't think that Moogle was going to find you. Florian?
Yes.
And the man immediately bolts over and hugs you. Oh, our little Flory is home. Oh, what a relief. Your mother will be beside herself with joy. As he stands and straightens his posture, and you notice him tweak his moustache a little bit. Now, I suppose you should introduce me to your companions.
Oh, this is Marcel, and this is Hugmug, and this is Scoria, and Mocha, and Xavier, and Mason, and Sabrina.
No.
And I know you know me, but I don't know your name.
Well, I am your father.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Baron. Not the title, that's my actual name. An unfortunate selection by my own mother.
Baron or Baron?
Baron. Like Baron.
Right.
Minus an R.
Like Baron Lands.
Of a sort. Anyway. I see you've brought, I see you brought the young Pyroclast lady with you as well. It's lovely to meet you. And he nods at you, Scoria.
Who's Pirate class?
Oh, right. I presume that you all are not aware of your origins. Well, please come with me. This is conversation that is best had with tea and biscuits. Or have you eaten yet today?
We had breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast. Sabrina cooked us some food.
Are any of you hungry?
Well, one of us is always hungry. So, yes.
So I think
And he puts his hand on Mocha's head.
Mocha will definitely want food.
Well, I shall have to I shall ask a couple of the shall ask a couple of the others to bring up something for us.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Come then, let us go. And you are led up a flight of circular stairs. And on the wall, Scoria, can you roll a history check?
11.
11. You notice one of these paintings has a man that looks strikingly similar to the blue-furred feline that is currently leading you up the stairs. It appears to be a very happy-looking ginger and white-furred feline woman that is a little bit shorter in stature. Pardonnez-moi. Hopefully it didn't come through on the mic. And what seems to be a darker-skinned woman holding what appears to be a gemstone of some sort, and an avian man who looks very smartly dressed. And the only thing you can think in your mind is, huh. Or at least the first thing that comes to mind is, huh. That lady's hair looks a lot like mine. You're not sure whether that's just a sense of maybe familiarity, or if it's just if your hairstyle and hair coloring may just be a common trait of whatever people are around here. You're not sure, but something feels familiar about the painting. As you're led up to this large...
Yeah,
Oh.
What was that?
That was, Mike's player's boyfriend.
Naughty, naughty.
Anyway, you end up getting led to this large glass dome that you can see out onto most of the city. And hanging from the ceiling are these like displays of like stars and like the different planes and many different things like that. There's just decor all over the ceiling. And it's almost like somebody has tried to And so it's like somebody has tried to basically make a model of the entire planar wheel. And it's surprisingly accurate. And once again, there are more paintings of various family members and other individuals seem to be of note. And Scoria, again, you see paintings of what you assume is Florian's mother, with this darker skinned lady adorned with gemstones once again, and any paintings of Baron seem to have a lot of imagery of him with this avian man. And you're getting hit with a lot of like a sense of familiarity. You can't quite shake the feeling like you've seen these two individuals before. You can't think of where. But anyway, you are led to this large round table as Baron waves his hand for you to take a seat and pours you all a cup of herbal tea. There's some lemons and honey on the counter there if you want it. You don't have to drink the tea if you're not a fan. It's perfectly fine. Oh. I suppose I have a lot of explaining to do, don't I?
Mm-hmm. Florian takes the tea.
So, many, many years ago, your mother and I were quite important members of this society. We are both Farseers, and people used to come to us quite often for visions of their future, so if they were having choices that they could not decide. Obviously, if they were just trying to use our powers to decide what they wanted for lunch that day, we sent them running. You would be surprised how often we had that. But simply put, our abilities drew the attention of those that were less than positive by reputation. And the Farseer's abilities, I'm sure you're probably aware at this point, allow us to see predictions of the future. And Etro came to us with a vision, a certainty, that we would have people breaking into our home to kill us. And that they would first break in. You notice that he has like quite a weight on his shoulders as he's describing this. That they were going to break into the nursery first, where our little Flory slept. And
Martha
so
squeaks a little bit when he hears Florian being called Flory.
it was as he notices you doing that little squee. It was a nickname from his mother. I called him Floor most of the time. Like the stone fluorite.
Martha just quietly nods, not wanting to interrupt.
But simply put, we had to make a decision. And ultimately we decided to... I should not be looking at the chat.
You really shouldn't.
I really shouldn't. That was really good, though. Essentially, we decided to take our son, put him in a basket, and leave him in a field in a patch of flowers that we would recognize and come back to once we were certain that he would be safe. We left a sanctuary spell upon him and the area around him so that he and the flowers would never come to harm. When we came back, however, our child was gone. It was a regrettable decision on our part.
How long were you gone for?
A few hours at most. I think, and he looks back through this like notebook that he's got on his on next to him on the table. We were gone for a total of 4 hours. Long enough to ensure that those that were intending to assassinate us were in chains, and then the hour or so that it took for us to get there. When we came back, our son was gone. But you're back now. He smiles at Florian. Your mother will be beside herself with joy. I can only regret that we didn't find you sooner. Where have you been all these years?
Just one place mostly.
He's been with us.
In Volux soon.
Yes, matron picked me up and took care of me.
He's my brother, my best friend.
And we lived there until about a month ago when our house tapped down. And now we're searching for her again.
He ponders for a moment. This matron. She is of good heart,
Mhm.
I hope.
She's great, yeah.
I would ask her what compelled her to take a child without seeing if their parents were still alive. What compelled her to do such a thing? Not that I speak ill of the woman who has clearly taken care of you all these years. But nobody ever tried to find us when we had to temporarily put you somewhere safe.
Maybe they were in danger themselves and they had to do it quickly?
That's what Florian's mother Vivian thought initially. But that's not the case. Or the
Did they have
sanctuary.
some way of dispelling the sanctuary spell?
Nothing in the area that we selected had such a monster. The sanctuary spell would protect all living beings inside of it, and prevent harm from coming to those that were within its grace.
Martha was getting all frustrated.
He notices your frustration. But never mind. It's of no importance now. And
When we get Matron back, we can ask her.
Yes, I'm sure she'll have a reasonable explanation.
he looks a little bit saddened. So I assume that you intend to leave then. You won't be staying?
I have to go find her.
Will you at least come back once your journey is done?
Yes.
And that's all I need to know. He smiles. I am, however, very curious as to how come you're here. And he looks at Scoria. It's been many a year since I've had somebody of the Pyroclast house here.
Who are the Pyroclasts?
I see. Your parents. They were worshippers of the Night Mother. You don't know them?
No. Like
Hmm.
Florian, I was taken in by the matron, except I was taken in as a baby and was floating down a river in a basket.
I see. Well. Your father, Alkin, and your mother, Elvira, were great people.
What?
They were worshippers of the Night Mother, and they did their best to help support myself and my wife. When all was going to hell, they were the ones that came to help protect us from the invaders. Unfortunately, they lost their lives a few months later, from what I was told. The city was visited by two rather malicious Alexander worshippers that were intent on purging darkness from this city. I have not heard from them since that day. All I received was a vision from Lady Etro for a basket down a river. And then, well, as I'm sure you've encountered her already, the nanny from House Pyroclast came here grieving the destruction of the Pyroclast family home.
I believe that you might be the last of my legacy. Well, excluding Deborah.
That
Deborah Pyreclast, your grandmother. She lives here now, but she is quite old. She has a penchant for cookies. Specifically, I've never seen an old person move so fast for red velvet. It's kind of menacing, I must admit. It's like she casts draconic malice upon herself when she sees red velvet. Truly a devastating sight. But where are my manners? I presume that you will need somewhere to stay for the foreseeable.
For a little bit, that would be nice.
Well, I am more than happy to offer you some of the bedrooms here. And I presume that you'll probably want some degree of separation. As he looks at Sabrina, looks at you, Florian, and then looks at the others for a moment. I have a few rooms that you are more than welcome to disperse yourselves amongst. You will just have to let me know, and I will have. They're not servants, but I guess if you wish to think of them as such, then you're more than welcome to. But they will help sort out the beds.
That's very appreciated.
Florian seems confused by the separation thing, but thank you.
Well, with that said, I will go and let Vivian know that her lovely son has returned. It's nice to have you back, my boy. And Scoria, was it?
yes.
I presume that you would like to meet Deborah.
Oh wait. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Would you like to go alone, or would you prefer to bring one of your companions? I am aware that I have yet to earn yours or your companion's trust, so you are more than welcome to bring them along until you feel comfortable in this place. Treat it like your second home.
Okay. I will think about it.
Well, if you need me at any point, I should be up here. I normally tend to do a lot of my work up here. But now I shall allow you to get settled, whilst I go and inform my wife that her son is home. And he looks at you, Florian. So you go by Florian, yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It'll take a little bit of getting used to, but I am more than happy to call you that. It's just adding a few letters on the end of what you were ordained at birth. I think it's quite sweet. And he smiles at you. Oh, and your favorite biscuits are the ones in the black and grey tin there. Or at least used to be your favorite anyway. And he leaves.
leaving you all in this glassy dome with the diorama of Lunanon's planar wheel hanging above you, with that fresh steaming pot of tea and the tins of biscuits.
I go to the tin of biscuits that you said was my favorite.
And within, you find these shortbread cookies that have these elegant flower icing, like iced flowers on the top of them of various different colors. And together in the tin, they look like a little galaxy. A combination of black, yellow, pink, blue, and red icing mixed together.
No, 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 no.
What are you doing as a party right now?
We're allowed to go exploring.
I see no reason why not. You are welcome to do as you please. It is entirely up to you guys as to what you feel like doing.
Ooh, exploring out Florian's house.
So,
We're having a snoop.
Scory's kind of just sat there, just holding her tea.
fair.
You okay there?
Eventually.
Well, at least we know that you guys are in the right place. That's something, right?
I
Yeah.
wonder then if there is actually anything waiting for me in Elderberg then.
Well, you see, if memory serves right, you believe in animal, right? I think
Yes.
that was the right one. I'm not most familiar with deities myself, but I think what Mason's trying to say is that if your parents are gone, that may not necessarily be the end of them. Like you said, death is not the end, but the beginning of something else, right? And Sabrina's smiling at you as though she's trying her best to be reassuring without basically pulling up all of your personal beliefs in front of all of your siblings. Perhaps they left something behind for you that could be of importance. Maybe they're not gone. Well, at least in a permanent sense. And she, you notice she kind of ponders for a moment whether or not whether it will be appropriate to put a reassuring hand on your shoulder, but decides against it. If you need anything from us, then just ask. After all, we're all here to support you. You, on the other hand, and she looks over at Mocha, who I'm picturing is just like slowly reaching towards the biscuit tin that Florian's favorite
No,
biscuits
she's
are in.
elbow deep in that. She's elbow deep in that tin.
Just eating the tin.
I mean, in theory, she probably could digest the tin after like a week.
The tin is upside down and being poured into her mouth.
No, she doesn't even open the tin. She just eats all the biscuits in the tin like a burger.
Have to ask
Can't
Mocha
imagine
ability
what.
on that.
How
But
does that work? What?
just eating the tin whole. Anywho,
You bite down really hard. Don't worry about cutting yourself.
Anywho, Sabrina seems to be very fascinated by the diorama of the planar wheel above you, and she starts taking taking an interest in that. Mason is trying his best to be supportive of the two of Florian and Scoria, but the guy's not really sure what to do. So he's just being there and trying to help until Xavier drags him off. Hugmug, you want to go snooping around?
Yes, let's go for a snoop.
Okay. Florian, what are you doing?
I will go snoop around. I love a little adventure.
Are you snooping on your own, or are you going with Hugmug?
Team snooping. Going with Hugmug.
Okay. Marcel.
I'm gonna go with those two.
Okay. I don't really know where to send Mocha, so I will just do whatever's convenient.
Stay
Scoria,
with Scoria.
what are you doing?
Drinking the tea.
Okay. So you watch as Florian, Hugmug, and Marcel go off to snoop. Mocha ends up wandering off to go and find the kitchen of this place to see if they have more food. After very clearly settling on the idea that stealing Florian's favorite cookies might upset him. Leaving you alone in the room with Mason, Xavier, and Sabrina. Sabrina seems a little bit fixated on the planar wheel, and it seems like Mason is getting a proverbial lesson from Xavier. Leaving you to your thoughts. This is where I see if I actually use the word proverbial correctly.
Just to clarify, they don't know if that they're actually dead, right?
No,
Or-
it's presumed as such, but there's not. It's presumed as such due to the circumstances, but it's not actually confirmed. There's no found bodies, if that makes sense. The situation would make it seem as though it's highly likely they are deceased, but no evidence of such an event come up.
Mm.
So the only confirmation that you currently have of any of your family tree existing is Deborah. Fucking great name. I'll give you a bit. Florian, Hugmug, and Marcel, you go on your little venture round the tower to try and have a little snoop about. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Uh,
Find out about your lineage. What sort of cool
Yes,
stuff do you have?
Baby photos.
Maybe there's like a planetarium where you can see all of the stars. Seems like something your house would have.
Okay, so you go having a snoop around, and you open a door to find a nursery full of little planets and globes. What appear to be almost like globe-shaped replicas of like the planes, stars hanging from the ceiling, a very small cot in the corner that is gathering dust and does not appear to have been touched for years.
I presume this belongs to you.
Mm-hmm.
And your confirmation of that is
Probably doesn't fit anymore. Well, it might do, actually.
it's definitely too small. Definitely too small.
Gotta be really small then.
Yeah,
Marcel is making a short joke.
I don't think you have room to make jokes about Florian's height when you got scared by the Buttman.
Maybe it's if we can find
I
a
mean,
Buttman around here.
Buttman or no Buttman, Florian is below 4 feet.
Sure.
That sure was a sentence.
You would have looked so adorable as a baby.
And Florian, as Marcel says that, you find like what appears to be a painting of you as a baby. The others have yet to notice or see. You have the choice to hide it if you wish.
I will point it out. I was like, look, that's me as a baby.
Oh my god, that's so cute! Look at your little cheeks and your little rosy red little
So
door.
cute.
And Marcel just like grabs
Oh,
Florian and squeezes him.
The cuteness aggression is real.
Yes.
Kitten Florian, tiny, little chubby face, adorable. And there's a significant difference between how you look well, obviously, no shit, Lupus. Difference between how you looked as a kid and how you look now. You notice that a lot more of your fur was white in color, and that your patches had yet to fully form.
I wonder if there's any new spells you could learn here. I'm just saying, your parents are powerful Farseers. Maybe they have a little something you could learn.
Probably not in the nursery.
Obviously not in the nursery. I'm giving ideas of where to go next.
Looks left, looks right. Yes, there is nothing in here.
There is nothing in here, he says. What's something in here?
Oh,
Look around.
I'm not sure.
No, you shouldn't. You should always tell us everything that's going on, so we know what's going on. So that there's no secrets ever.
I mean, I was gonna get you
Yeah,
to roll
it's
an
time to look for
investigation check.
secret things.
Yeah, go roll investigation check.
Big number. It fell off. Hang on.
25.
Big number. What the fuck? How? This is like the fourth nat 20 in. This is a different dice, too.
Well, be glad that your dice are. Be glad that your dice are actually
24.
supporting you. 24.
All the luck is being funneled from Sabrina to.
Yeah.
You're a luck siphon.
So you find you nat 20'd it. Okay, that's Hugmug and Marcel, sorry, what did you two roll?
Get to roll. Sorry, I didn't know I got to roll. This is so
I rolled
exciting.
25.
You rolled a 5.
Wait.
25!
Oh.
25, okay.
Investigation.
Processing is going a wiggle.
6.
6,
Nice.
okay?
Yes. I find nothing.
So, Hugmug, you find a couple more baby paintings.
Ew, they're so cute. Little cattle.
Marcel, you find some old cloaks and some like they look more like hand towels because of how small they are, but they're little galaxy-colored stretches of fabric that you realize could be quite useful to take with you if you can get permission for it,
As a souvenir.
and also because Florian could use that material to make something new if he so felt like it. So you make a mental note that that's here.
Oh, like a patch for a scarf or something.
Or just a new cloak. There's enough material here.
Is that? I thought you was like
There's a lot of material here. They're small in size.
hand towel. Sorry, you said hand towel. My brain thought flannel.
No, they're like
Oh, that's not big enough.
they are hand towel sized because they're very clearly meant for a much smaller Florian.
Hey, Florian, what about this material? Maybe you can make a new cloak.
Oh, nice. I like sort of put it on my shoulders like it's a cloak. I'll be like, look how big my cloak is.
And it's a significant difference. It's a very large cloak. Florian, you find hidden in a small lockbox that opens upon your thumb touching where a keyhole would normally be, a set of 3 scrolls.
What are the scrolls?
Roll an Arcana check.
What else? Oh.
Arcana check. Okay.
I will give you advantage on each of these rolls because they are spells that you would be familiar with.
Am I rolling for each one?
Yes.
Oakley dokley. First one. There goes my luck. 16. Second one.
Okay.
There goes my luck. 16.
Okay.
Third one.
That's why it looks like a perfect soundbite.
Okay. 23.
23. Okay. So the first scroll you find is a scroll of true seeing. It's a 6th level spell. You find the second scroll, it's a scroll of hasture. And the third scroll, find the thing again. Be it surprise or horror, you're not quite sure. But I've clicked away, so I have to re-find it. Where is the bloody thing? Is a scroll of meteor.
Ooh. This will teach that
These are
bitch
all
Malathos.
too high level for me to learn.
But you could keep them to learn them later.
I will. I'll keep them in a very safe place.
You are aware that removing them from the lockbox may not necessarily be a good idea. You get a feeling the moment you go to take one of these scrolls out. Because you have just come back, and these may not be something that you are intended to find yet. You're not quite sure, but they seem like they were put in a very special place for a very specific reason.
We'll put them back and ask for them later.
Roll me an investigation check, Florian.
Another investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news. Wait, I have my trump card. My do-over. Okay, investigation. 12.
12. Okay. You find a small attached to the back of the lockbox. For my special boy Floor, for your 18th birthday. But you realize that this tag and the box itself have gathered a lot of dust. These were clearly
I am
purchased.
older than 18, but I will ask anyway.
There is a good chance if he does not forget, he may offer it to you before you leave anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll wait until just before we leave.
Meanwhile, back in the as you guys continue your search around the place to find some interesting things, Scoria, you see a very grumpy-looking old woman tottering her way past the doorway. She has an almost identical hair color to you. And she almost looks like a version of you, but much, much older.
Scoria gets up to follow.
And as you get up and follow, you leave Mason, Xavier, and Sabrina in the room. And you find the old woman is just tottering her way down the hallway without a care in the world.
Hello?
Ah, hello, dear. Can I help you?
Sorry, you just looked very familiar. Does your name happen to be Deborah?
And she squints at you and almost gets close enough that if she were to stick her tongue out, she would lick you. Level of close. And then puts her glasses on.
Oh my stars! If it isn't little Scoria. Huh. You grew up quick.
I'm not really sure to say.
Hello, Grandma. It's nice to see you. Come on, pep up, dear. Oh, honestly. Perhaps some tea might help. Oh wait, you've already had tea, I'm assuming.
Yes. Florian's father was very welcoming.
Ah, yes, Baron. He is a great man. When he's not crying over a literal spilled milk. It's quite comical.
He cries over spilt milk.
Mm-hmm. It is quite pathetic to watch. But I point and laugh. For there is nothing to do but find amusement in the little things. And then I help him clear it up, but that's besides the point. So,
And she looks at you almost expectantly.
Hi, Grandma.
And a big beaming grin spreads across her face.
ah, there we go. I thought for a second there I was going to have to drop a meteor on you.
Please don't. That's already happened once within the last week.
So, from what I'm aware, you've been growing up under the tutelage of a very wise old lady like myself. What, you're surprised that Grandma knows that you've been surviving?
Her name is Helga.
Well, yes, I know. I know her name. She's my arch nemesis in bingo.
Really?
Ah, the amount of times where I've dropped a meteor on her and she's just walked it off. The good days.
So does that mean you knew where we lived?
Yeah, of course I did. Why wouldn't I? I could have come to visit at any point, but... Well, you have no fucking clue who I am. It'd be a bit weird. Like, hi, I'm your grandmother. Come home.
That is true.
Honestly.
Well, not like you can visit there anymore, considering that it was destroyed.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't find that funny. That's terrible. I'm so sorry for the loss, but... I told her she should have got that house fireproofed. Did she listen to me? No. I'm just an ancient old prune.
Mm.
And she
She
seems...
also got herself kidnapped.
I told her she should have got that anti-kidnapping insurance. I always tell her, and she never
That's
listens.
such a thing.
Yes. Have you got yourself signed up for it?
I don't think it would be possible, considering that there is, well, aside from proof of my birth, no actual proof.
And the moment that you say there's no proof, she basically slaps you in the face with a birth
Oh my
certificate
God.
like she's been holding it inside her robe this entire time. There you go. Problem solved.
Have you? What?
Don't
I
ask,
don't
just
think-
accept.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just going to accept.
And you notice at this point the star globe that is floating beside her. Would you like to roll me an Arcana check?
21.
You realize that she's been scrying on you this entire time, using your birth certificate as the means of connection to basically guarantee that she can figure out where you are at any given time. Which is great because it means that she knows a lot about you. But it also does bring to mind the question of if she's known that you've been alive this entire time, and that she knew Helga the entire time, then what does that mean for your parents?
And
Yes?
we've already been told by Baron about what happened to my parents, but would you be able to divulge further as to how I ended up in the river?
Yes, well, given that your mother and father weren't exactly the most, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not exactly the most prepared people. They left you with me when the Alexandrites came through, singing and shouting about the Holy Father and all this bullshit. Honestly, I think it's a load of arse, but what do I know? I'm just a crotchety old lady. Just so happened to be that, you were left with me, and you wouldn't stop screaming. I tried. I made sure I didn't use the old whiskey trick that those humans use. God, absolutely tragic that they do that. But simply put, they decided to test me, so I dropped a meteor on their bitches. They didn't take kindly to that. So, I put you in the river with the intent to come and pick you up later. Because unfortunately, it turns out dropping a meteor on somebody whilst you're travelling out in the open is not a smart idea. The more you know. So glad I got that sorted out in my early years. But no, simply put, things could have gone better. I'm not going to lie. We had to put you down the river so that these Alexandrites wouldn't take you into custody. Because they were planning on basically kidnapping you. And, yes. if we hadn't put you in the basket in the river, simply put, you would have ended up being taken to Alexander and made into an Alexandrite. Basically, they would have gone, you don't like the Night Mother, she's bad. Honestly, tragic. God forbid a woman have a hobby, honestly. And she looks at you with a smile, as though there is nothing absurd about any of what she just said. Are you quite alright there? You look a little bit baffled.
I'm alright.
Well, actually, you're half left, but close enough. And she has a big smile on her face. So, young lady, what brings you here?
Here to Eldoris.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we came here, well, originally to find Florian's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, an understatement is that we did not expect to also find you here.
Well, I'm already in places that people least expect. Turns out, the best opportunity to get a surprise round of action. To bonk them. And she very lightly taps you on the forehead with her walking cane, and you hear this very faint click noise. Her cane is hollow, so you hear this noise that just didn't come through the mic. You hear this click noise. And you always do it. Never start with your strongest attack, you do something silly. That way you humiliate them when they underestimate you, and then you drop a meteor on them. Or anything else for that matter. You know, I happen to have a portal connected to the plane of Earth. When somebody takes the piss out of me, I drop a boulder on them. Well, you know, my favorite one, to date. I went to the plane of Earth. I found a Tarrasque. I put a portal under it. Dropped a Tarrasque straight into the bedroom of my worst enemy. Never had problems with them again. Serves them right for stealing the last pretzel and bingo. And she looks very pleased with herself. So I presume at some point you're planning on going home? Or to visit home?
Elderberg.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually planning on hitting there next.
Oh, brilliant. Well, perhaps I can come with you. Provided that you, don't mind an old lady coming with you anyway.
Of course not. Don't mind at all.
Perfect. Well, of course. You will have to be aware, though. I do like to complain. It's very cathartic. And I'm not running anywhere. If anybody so dare suggests the idea of running, I will drop a meteor on them.
Yeah.
Excellent. They don't call us pyroclasts for nothing. I would have set fire to a bitch if I still feel like it. Speaking of, what is that pointy stick you're carrying around with you?
My lance.
Oh, you're one of those melee types, I see. Not much for spellcasting, are you?
No.
Would you like to learn?
Honestly, yes.
I see. Well, maybe at some point soon, you might be lucky enough to run into an old lady who happens to know how to, use many different types of spellcasting.
Oh, I wonder where this old lady is.
She's right in front of you, Dish. Oh, I see what you did. I see. My granddaughter does have her nan's wit, her granny's wit. Excellent. Well, I presume that you're not exactly very good in the magic persuasion.
Well, I've never really tried aside from the innate abilities that the Genasi have.
Psst. Easy. You cast a pebble, you throw it, and dink. Now you drop a meteor. Or a comet. Multiple comets. That's where the real shit's at. I tell you what, sweetheart. What I'll do, I will figure out a way to teach you properly. Capiche?
Capiche?
Excellent. Say, you aren't afraid of blood magic, are you?
No.
Excellent. And she rubs her hands together with a slightly menacing energy about her. Sorry, that was really funny. I said that, and there was a slight look of fear. As whenever I'm speaking as a character, I will look in Marcel's player's direction.
You aren't afraid of necromancy, are you?
The genuine look
dead for long.
The genuine look of fear on his face made that so hard to finish that sentence. Anyway, so Scoria and Deborah end up walking together and talking until later in the evening, where you all gather together to actually sit down and figure out who's sharing rooms with who. Because it's quite clear that having more than 2 or 3 of you in one room is going to be a bit of a problem, as there's not enough space. And almost immediately, as you guys are deciding rooms, Sabrina immediately grabs Florian.
I was going to say Florian immediately looks at Sabrina.
I think we should share a room together.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. Of course you can.
Well, I mean, I see Xavier and Mason looking at you like dogs look at bacon.
And as you turn your head, they both are looking away, whistling like nothing's happening.
Yeah, well trained.
Oh, that's a bit saucy.
So, Sabrina and Florian. Marcel, who are you sharing a room with?
Mason and Xavier.
Okay.
My boys.
Wow, who would have thought?
There's no point in denying it. Everyone makes fun of me for it. I may as well just live it.
Gotta
You
go.
brought this on yourselves.
Mocha, Scoria, and Hugmug. Between 3 of you, are you sharing a room together, or are you going to have separate rooms?
I don't mind. We can share.
We can share.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you end up sharing a room together, and you notice that in the middle of the room is a large paper screen that separates off where the Hugmug's bed from the 2 beds that Mocha and Scoria have. Since you are male, Hugmug,
Yes.
the people you're not sure what to refer to them as. They're clearly not servants, as they're treated as equal to the house heads. but we'll call them workers. They clearly recognize the necessity for privacy, even if you are siblings by nature. Orc. Okay, and I need to write down. Instead of writing Hugmug, I nearly just wrote the word huge. Nailed it.
Hugmug is huge.
So, you guys end up going into your different rooms. And Marcel, as you, Nathan and Xavier are trying to get somewhat comfortable with the room, basically just figure out where everything is, Mason looks at you. Hey, Marcel?
Yeah.
You ever get homesick?
Yes, every day. Why?
I'm feeling that a little bit right now.
Oh, well.
I'm not really sure how to help support you guys and be, actually helpful.
You've been extremely helpful.
Have I?
Yes, you are our rock. You are the strength, the meat behind the party. You are a wall. You protect us all.
Do I ever have any smart ideas?
Yes.
I know one of my older sisters, Rosemary, was very insistent that I work the smartest.
You have your moments.
Roll an
That is so-
insight check.
That's oh.
You notice that he's feeling very insecure about himself. Clearly seeing the very functional dynamics of the rest of the team and how Sabrina and Xavier are interacting with you guys compared to how he's interacting with you all. He's very clearly questioning his capacity to do things.
Do you feel incapable?
Hmm?
Why,
A little bit.
why is that?
Well, without the cart, I haven't really been able to help that much aside from whack things.
Your emotional support. You're always there for us when we need it. You're always good for a laugh, and that is very important to group morale. You're a really nice hugger, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so. That being said,
You're also often the voice of reason when people are being stupid. You bring us back on track.
you guys ain't that stupid. You just have some very creative ideas.
Frogs.
Hey, there was nothing wrong with that idea. And it had everything to do with the illusion stuff that Xavier was talking about.
That was a very tall wall.
It wasn't that big a wall. It was, 150 feet maximum?
Right.
It was because of the illusion thing that the judge master had. That was screwing with Scoria's senses.
Why did you do that anyway?
I don't think he meant to.
Oh. Okay.
When I saw him and briefly spoke to him, his machine was malfunctioning.
What was his name?
You think I'll remember?
I don't know. Maybe you're on first name basis with him.
No, I was too worried about the fact that I just saw Scoria nosedive into the floor, or almost hit the ground, and it was raining frogs. The only time it should do that is when I'm casting magic.
It's raining frogs.
I will not kick you.
Hallelujah, it's raining frogs.
Hi.
Rip it,
And
yeah.
you watch as Xavier comes over to try and flick you in the forehead and Mason stands between you. I have it on good duty that I am being helpful.
My protector.
Sit your ass down. And you watch he just very lightly pokes Xavier, and Xavier falls. Like, almost does like the equivalent of like a T-pose, but we'll say it's an I pose. He's just arms against body, just falls backwards.
And you keep this menace in check.
Yeah. What a thought.
Now fight for my honor.
Rubs hands together, proceeds to no.
No, I'm kidding.
So as you guys are settling in to relax for a bit before you guys are called for the next meal, we will end session there.
Woo!
We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.